guys! So, excuse the mess behind me. I'm in my bedroom. So today I'm going to talk about why shopping consignment is amazeballs. Obviously I feel like everybody knows that I worked at a consignment shop, or work at a consignment shop, and all the clothes that I wear are basically consigned. And you also notice that in all of my styling videos too. And I just wanted to share why it's so important to shop consignment. First and foremost, it saves you money. Like, you don't even know. With all the things that I've bought in the past, the Vince shirt that I bought, that I had in my print video, I'll put a little clip of it here in this general area somewhere. It's probably around, I want to say $100. It's a very high quality brand, and they make really good like basic tops and stuff, and that flannel is hella soft. And I think I got it for roughly around $30, maybe $35. I don't know, something like that. Obviously still super cheap compared to buying it at retail. So for myself, I can barely shop at a mall or any other store because I know how much I could get it for at work or any other consignment place. I'm just like, I can't get myself to spend that much money, like especially with like Forever 21, H&M, and Urban stuff. Like, I know how cheap I can get it, so it's really hard for me to give in to the price that they're selling it for. And I also know how much it costs for them to make it. Like, those $5 shirts probably cost them a dime or less to make. And I also know their quality is shit, so I just don't want to spend full price for something that I know isn't going to last me forever. You know what I mean? So yeah, saving you money is the first reason why I love consignment, because college kids be broke, okay? We can't afford to go shopping, especially people like me. Second reason, it's fun. Like, this sounds kind of silly, but like, it's fun because you actually have to look for the diamond in the rough. You have to like search and take the time, and just, it's, I don't know, it's just a little more exciting, and it makes you appreciate your clothes a little bit more. Most people probably wouldn't say that because not the average person that's like attached to their clothes like I am probably, but whatever. It's just a lot more fun to shop consignment because you gotta work for what you get, you know? It's a little challenging. Third reason, oh, that's stupid. I just gave the second and third reason together. I'm looking at my list right now, and the second one was it's challenging because you have to look for your outfits, and you have to curate your outfits in your head, and you have to, just because look, when you go to a retail store, obviously they design the store to make you want to buy every part of the outfit. So when you're looking at a cute top, there's a bottom that matches to it right next to it. So it's like, when you shop consignment, you really have to think a little bit more. A lot of people don't like to do it, but I personally love shopping. I like thinking of outfits, and I'm always thinking of new ideas. So it's a challenge, which makes it more fun for me. So like, that's not fun for everyone, but I suggest trying it at least once. And the fourth thing is, it's a little bit more humane. I know, not the first thing you really think about when shopping consignment, but I was recommended to watch this documentary called The True Cost, I think is what it's called. It's on Netflix, and it was recommended to me by my hairstylist. Her name is Cherie. So she told me to watch this documentary, and I was like, okay, well, a couple days later I had nothing to do, so I watched it, and it opened my eyes a lot. I mean, I knew that sweatshops existed, obviously, and it was heavily used in fast fashion, but I never really looked into it until watching this documentary. And like, in the back of my mind I knew it was terrible, but like, seeing this kind of just reminded me and refreshed, like, damn, this is bad. Like, it's so dangerous, and I don't know, it just made me really sad. Why am I smiling? Anyway, so oh, my foot fell asleep. So this documentary gave me a lot of perspective when it comes to like the sweatshops and how much it affects fast fashion. And I understand, because this documentary I think is a lot more unbiased about either side of whether sweatshops are great or terrible. I feel like it's a little more towards terrible because it's really highlighting the bad parts, which I think is the point, because it's like the true cost of whatever you're wearing, basically. But it also gives the perspective of the other side of the, think of a cool metaphor, but I can't. Anyway, so it gives another perspective of the other opinion, and one of the designers or owners of this brand called Joe Fresh, she said it's better than the alternative, which I understand. Like, there are other terrible jobs that these women and children... Damn bird, can you hear that bird? So annoying. Hopefully I can talk over it. But so she explained how there are other... Thank you. Stop talking. So she explained how there are other alternatives, that, like, worse alternatives that they could be doing as their job, which makes sense. I mean, it's true, but it's still pretty sad that these countries have to go through this like, I've also when I've spoke about it with like coworkers and / friends, you know, they explain that it's also the Industrial Revolution. 100% yes, I agree with that, because the US went through it. We had sweatshops too when we went through the Industrial Revolution, but I feel like it's a little bit more different for the US or for other countries, because, well, compared to the US Industrial Revolution, this has now become a history lesson. Anyway, it's because when the US was going through their Industrial Revolution, I feel like there weren't as many developed countries doing it as well. So in this documentary, they focus in India, I believe, and manufacturing is their economy. That's their main source of revenue within the country. So I think, don't quote me on that, but I feel like it's just a lot harder because there's so much more pressure to continuously bring the price down when it comes to manufacturing this company or designer's clothing. One of the manufacturer owners explained that when they go through deals and contracts, the designer or the company would be like, okay, well, this manufacturer is charging me a lot less and they can get it done for me faster. Explain why. How come your price is this and that? So it's like a battle between the manufacturers. None of them can really honestly make that much money because there's such a high competition between all the manufacturers within the country, and all the companies and designers are basically, I feel like, taking advantage of the fact that these countries are so desperate to make even a dime that they'll do it for as low as possible. They really don't have any other choice. So I feel like it's at this point they're just like being abused almost by these countries, because these companies, because these companies know how desperate they are to make a cent. That was a long ass rant. After watching the documentary, I went online and looked for a bunch of fair trade fashion companies, and I'm looking at my list here. A few that would sound a little more familiar would be New Balance, Stella McCartney, Patagonia, and actually ASOS has a line. It's called ASOS Africa, who is fair trade. I keep mixing those two terms and it's really annoying me. And Eileen Fisher, which I was not too familiar with until I started working consignment, so I'm not sure if that's too familiar to everybody else. And a couple others that may not sound too familiar. Okay, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, but it's Edun, I think. I'll have it typed on the screen somewhere. And Matt and Nat, which we get a lot in the consignment shop, they specialize in vegan, sustainable materials. Their backpacks are bomb. They're really cool. They're really expensive. And then People Tree, which is actually what the film is focused on. That company is basically the representative for the fair trade fashion companies in the documentary. Now that rant is over, after looking at these brands and like how much their clothing costs, girl, that's cheap. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It is not cheap. Shopping sustainable and fair trade like clothing is 100% without a doubt a luxury. Like, hell no, I can't afford that. So that's why I feel a lot more better about consigning, because I'm giving these articles of clothing a whole nother life. Yeah, that sounds kind of silly to some people, but whatever you're wearing, somebody busted their ass for that. Like, they could have lost their fingers, and like, there's probably blood. As like vulgar as this may sound, there's probably blood in your t-shirt right now. Like, those places aren't, I'm not trying to force people to shop consignment or anything, and I feel like I probably am in this video, but just opening your minds into like a whole nother world, that your clothing is worth more than just that $5 that you're spending. Working in the consignment store, things come in with like designer items, brand new with tags, like they're just like, oh, I don't need it anymore, I don't want it, I never wear it. Like, I feel so bad about having all these clothes with tags on them. Like, you better feel bad. Like, hello, that one, that's expensive, and two, it's expensive. Like, I can't, like, tell me what you do to like be so disposable of designer items. Please tell me your secret. And obviously, as a broke college student, I obviously said that twice in one sentence. I cannot afford it. Shopping consignment is a way to go for me, and maybe to a lot of you as well. So, and I didn't even like dabble into consignment at all until I started working there. I just wanted to share this with everyone, and I hope it was helpful. It was pretty much a rant about fast fashion. It's basically what it ended up being, and how much I hate it. Well, I don't hate it because obviously I shop there too, but shopping consignment is a big thumbs up. So I hope this was helpful and educational, and I hope you enjoyed it. Today was a super rainy, ugly day. I really wanted to film a styling video, but I didn't want to do it inside because I just don't like filming inside. Outside is so much better, and even if I did, I wouldn't have the right lighting for it anyway. So I hope you enjoy my ranting / talking video, and I will see you guys next Sunday. Bye! Wait, not bye. So down below I'll link the brands that I brought up for fair trade fashion companies, and maybe even more if I find some more. So maybe you guys are into it, or you can go to the consignment shop I work at, Current Boutique. Yeah! Alright, I'll see you guys next Sunday. Bye! For real now. And for the four. Look, what's the word I'm looking for? Ugh, I'm not good with words. Reason. Wait. Sorry. What is up with my brain? It's a little bit more humane. Would it be humane? I don't know. Saying free trade this whole time. I'm gonna redo this. Why is my brain freezing? I'm hungry, that's why.